Hello, folks. We are looking at today's lesson on Speak 16.2. It is Tuesday, January 11th. For this assignment, we are looking at using generic rectangles to help multiply mixed fractions. And in this example, we have a fraction 2 and 1/4 that is being multiplied by 7 and 3/4. Excuse me as I add the draw page here, and there we go. So we are looking at 2 and 1/2 times 7. Ooh, there's a little delay here. And 3/4. All right. So that fraction, we're going to go and multiply that. And we can see how 2 and 1/2 is separated here. And we got 7 3/4 separated there. So this is what we call a generic rectangle. Y'all did this a little bit earlier in the year in October when we were using generic rectangles to help multiply hundreds and thousands, and we split up the place values between hundreds, tens, and ones. So over here we're seeing that we have 2.5 times 7 3/4. We take that 2 and 1/2, 7 and 3/4. Once you have a generic rectangle set up, the next step would then be to multiply it. Just like how you would use a multiplication table, you would just take the top, multiply it by the side, and do it for each of these boxes. So for example, 2 times 7 would give us 14. All right, we have the 2 on top, 7 on the side. Our product is 14 in this first box. Now we have 2 times 3/4. Now, as a reminder, when you have a whole number and you want to go change it into a fraction, you would go and put it over 1. Have a 2 over 1, and now you have a fraction. Numerator times numerator, 2 times 3 is 6, and our denominator, 1 times 4, that is 4. And so we have that. Once we simplify that, now we can take our rules from simplifying fractions, and we find that we have 1 and 1/2. All right, we have 3 and 2/4. We can supply that to 1 and 1/2. Next, we have 1/2 times 7. Again, same rule. We have the 1/2 up there, 7 on the side. All right, so we have 1/2. That 7 becomes 7 over 1. Right, to change that to a fraction. And we see that this is 7. Sorry, like a new extension that I'm using here for the drawing. And we have 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 7/2. Again, when we use our simplification rules, we find that this is actually 3 and 1/2. We have 3 wholes. 7 divided by 2 is 3, and we're left with 1/2 for our fraction. So we have that. Finally, we have 1/2 times 3/4. Right, we're writing down 1/2 times 3/4. All right, so folks, what you see here, numerator times numerator, 1 times 3, that gives us 3. Denominator times denominator, 2 times 4, that gives us 8. That is as simplified as we can get for that one, so we have 3/8. Our final step for this is to multiply. All right, so our final step, our final step is to multiply the 2 1/2 and 7 3/4 is to add all the numbers inside the boxes. All right, we're combining all those partial areas, and we're going to add them all together. So over here on the side, we'll write down 14 plus 3 and 1/2. All right, I'm just lining up our place values here. We have 1.5, and we have 3/8. Right, we're just lining it all up. So we have our ones and we have our fractions. And when we see here, when we add the whole numbers, 14 plus 3 plus 1, well, 14 plus 3 is 17. 17 plus 1 equals 18. So that's our whole numbers. Now we're going to add the fractions. Well, think about this. We got 2 1/2s here. What we know about rules of the fractions is if you have half and a half, that would equal to 1. All right? So now we have that 1, and we have this 3/8 down here. We should put it here. And when we add those two together, you will now see 19 and 3/8. So folks, that is what we're working on today. We're looking at generic rectangles. Your assignment on Edpuzzle. Please try your best to go and complete it. You're looking at generic rectangles for multiplying fractions, as well as looking at some fractions some more. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.